Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for May 30th. May 30th is the 150th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 151st in leap years, with 215 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word was suggested by one of my viewers. And yes, that's a real word. There are a bunch of abbreviations consisting of the letters A and A, such as Administrative Assistant, Alcoholics Anonymous, Anti-Aircraft, Associate in Arts, to name a few, but in this case, this is actually a word all by itself. It's pronounced ah, and it's a noun that means basaltic lava characterized by rough or rubbly surface composed of broken lava blocks called clinker, quite different from the smoother, more flowing, glossy lava that the Hawaiians call pahoehoe. A'a lava comes from a more viscous lava, which is to say it's thicker and stickier, as if you almost waited too long to pour your resin and it's hardening as you pour. A'a is a Hawaiian word meaning stony, rough lava, but also to burn or blaze. And we know the Hawaiians must have been using this word for a good long time, but first documented use of the word, a'a, in this context, is about 1859. Thanks to my viewer, Easy9 over on BitChute for suggesting the word a'a. And if you've got a word you'd like me to explore in the Word of the Day section, pop that baby down in the comments. If I can find it in the dictionary, and it's not nasty, I'll talk about it. And with that, this is the birthday of the man of 1,000 voices, Mel Blanc, born May 30th, 1908. He performed character voices and vocal sound effects for comedy radio programs during the golden age of radio from the 1920s into the 1950s and became the voice of such Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies cartoon characters as Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Yosemite Sam, Foghorn Leghorn, each of which conjure up amusing memories for me, and later on, also performing voice characters for Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters. Considered one of the most influential people in the voice acting industry, in 1961 he had a car wreck that nearly killed him, and while he hadn't perished, he was not responding. His doctors tried a novel approach with him of talking to Bugs Bunny and Tweety Bird. He responded in character to those queries, and the doctors were relieved to be able to get him to talk. We could go on and on about the life and talent of Mel Blanc, but we'll wrap it up by saying that he lived to the age of 81. I found some Looney Tunes on YouTube that contain some characterizations by Mel Blanc, and there's a link in the description to that. The Ottoman Empire, also known as the Turkish Empire, controlled a good portion of Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and Northern Africa for some 600 plus years, from about 1299 on into about 1922. Toward the end of that reign, an area known as the Balkans began to experience turmoil. There were several reasons, several causes, several factions behind this turmoil, so not just one thing that, oh, fix this and everything will be fine. No, it was way more complex than that. Things bubbled up to an event called the First Balkan War between a group known as the Balkan League and the Ottoman Empire. Although things had been restive in that area for a good while, the beginning of that war is set in October of 1912. Over the next little over a year, things got pretty ugly. Meanwhile, an international conference was convened in London, England, to try to hammer all this out, and on May 30th, 1913, the Treaty of London was signed, ending the First Balkan War, with Albania achieving independent nation status as part of the deal. Just want to take a quick moment here to say that I'm on the road for about a week or so for a family event, so we're repurposing a previous episode for June 30th. Thank you for understanding. Now, on with the song of the day. Today's song is Everything is Beautiful by Ray Stevens. This song was written, composed, and performed by Ray Stevens, and he won a couple of Grammys for it. It's been popular out in the world and also in religious circles, and has been covered by several notable artists. Released in March of 1970, Everything is Beautiful hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on May 30th of 1970 for the first of 2 weeks. Everything is Beautiful by Ray Stevens. Link in the description. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.